Welcome back everyone to today's video. I'm going to be looking at the latest on Storm Isha, which is going to bring some quite severe conditions to quite a lot of the country, even most of the country, over the next couple of days. This is the current situation. We're going to get straight into this. We've got low pressure out in the Atlantic and we're driving the winds in from a very strong southwesterly direction, and the winds will really be picking up in western areas and even getting into the central areas. And the southeast could see some very strong winds as well as coastal areas. So just keep an eye out on the forecast because it could get quite severe today. Okay, now we're going to show you the Met Office warnings. Okay, so these are the current Met Office warnings, and every single area in the UK has currently got a Met Office warning for rain or wind, and I think the whole country has got a wind warning already, so just keep an eye on what could be happening over the next couple of days. First of all, we've got an amber warning for wind over Scotland, just here. I'm just going to make it out as it's not very obvious with all the warnings. We've got an amber warning for wind for Northern Ireland and Northern England, and then stretching down past Wales all the way down to Cornwall, just there. And then we've got a wind warning for the whole of the country, whole of the UK, a yellow warning. And then we have got some individual rain warning. So let's have a bit a closer look at that. So let's have a look at this wind warning here. So the warning area has been extended eastwards across more of northeast Wales for some of this wind, but it is going to be very strong southwesterly winds. Will develop widely across Northern Ireland, western parts of England, Wales, and the southern half of Scotland during Sunday evening. Gusts will frequently reach 50 to 60 miles per hour, perhaps 70. And at times in a few locations we could even get 80 miles per hour could be possible. So that is one of the warning. Then we've got some rain warnings, as you can see. Heavy rain will lead to some flooding. Northeastern parts we'll see it at Wales, and many parts of northern England as well have got warnings of rain enforced over the next couple of days. Okay, that's most of the warnings, but we're just going to have a look at this widespread wind warning first. As you can see, it does say strong winds associated with Storm Isha are expected to develop widely across the UK, and it could produce 50 to 60 miles per hour winds, and it could get to 70 to 80 in some places. Okay, that's all the warnings for today. Let's have a look at tomorrow's warnings. Okay, nothing really changes for tomorrow except we lose them rain warnings for Northern England, Scotland, and we introduced a wind warning for southeastern areas once again. So that is the warnings for tomorrow. Not much change, but the wind warning does say obviously we could see around 80 miles per hour in some places during the time of tomorrow. So that is that warning done as well. Now we've got one more day of warnings. Let's have a look. And then finally for Tuesday and Wednesday we have got a wind warning widespread across northern areas of the UK. Okay, that's all of the Met Office warnings done. Let's have a look at the precipitation now. Okay, this is the current situation over the country for precipitation. As you can see, this is the latest, updated 3 minutes ago. This is the current situation. We're starting to see a band of rain. There could be some hail in it, pushing eastwards across the country, and some of this could turn to snow over the Scottish hills as well. Okay, so let's run through and see what happens. So as we go into today, that rain really starts to build up over parts of southern Scotland and northern England where we see them rain warnings just there. I'm going to leave that highlighted for a minute as we can keep seeing that build up of rain. Then over another area is over Wales. We're going to see widespread heavy rainfall throughout this storm, as you can see, pushing in all the time. Everywhere is really going to see a lot of rain, but the heaviest of rain is yet to come as we go into tomorrow. I mean, look at that over Scotland. By this point, we're getting some wintry showers back in parts of Scotland. Maybe some widespread hail showers, but not really much. Then we do look at this showery weather for Monday. Widespread showers packing in over the course of tomorrow into Tuesday. We continue, and then another band of low pressure starts to move in and it's going to cause us even more rain to push through, and that is how we look like by the end of the Met Office run. Okay, now let's have a look at the winds to see how severe they're going to get in some parts of the country. So let's go and have a look at that. Okay, so these are the current winds over the country. The winds are starting to pick up, especially over parts of Ireland at the moment, as you can see. But I expect these winds to start picking up in most areas as we move through the day. So we will see winds picking up in most areas. So once again, over Ireland, we've currently got the winds picking up parts of Wales and into the west. More central parts are starting to see the wind picking up, but a lot of widespread area like this will definitely see lots of rain piling in as we go into later on tonight. And look at that. I look at as we go into this afternoon and into tonight, them wind gusts really start prepping up over Ireland, Northern Ireland, especially western parts of England, just there over Wales and places like that, looking really severe in some places right there. As we continue, you can see, look how strong them winds get there, up to 70 miles per hour inland, just there, as you can see. And then we go a little bit less windy, as you can see, but then the wind carries on into tomorrow, into Tuesday as well. The winds never really stop, do they? They never really stop as we keep going into this run. They just keep on piling in, the very strong winds do. And that's what we look like as we get into the end of January. Okay, now let's have a look at some of the GFS charts to show you why this is all happening. Okay, so this is the midnight run from the GFS. We are going to go out into the extended range, seeing as what could happen in the next couple of weeks. First of all, this is the current situation. So this low pressure sitting out in the Atlantic is driving the winds in from a very strong westerly, southwesterly direction, and it will continue to strengthen. As you can see, the isobars. Look at that there. The isobars packed together in with this low pressure driving the winds in from the west. They packed together, and the winds could really get quite severe by that point there. As we go, as the storm clears, it looks like we're going to try and build some high pressure up towards Scandinavia, which has been a trend over the last couple of days. But does it actually properly get going up towards Scandinavia? Let's have a look. Not really. It just sort of collapses, but it is a sign that we could start to see some more blocking into the next couple of weeks. Because if we are trying to get that high pressure up towards Scandinavia, it is a sign that we could go colder eventually, if that pattern continues to happen. Okay, now let's show you the ensembles from the GFS. Okay, these are the GFS ensembles, and the 30-year average is this thick red line just here, 1991 to 2020 mean. At the moment, we are above average for London. We are going to drop down a little bit though over the next couple of days, but it is very up and down, showing that we are in that westerly pattern with the storms passing through. And then we get a sort of a milder trend into the second and third week ahead, but it is drier, so this could mean that we could start to see some high pressure building. And look at these runs down here. Some of these runs are going very cold for that period, so don't rule out a big switch to cold over the next couple of days. For in the extended range at the start of February, we could see a big switch, and we could see a lot of models going quite cold, so just keep that in mind. It is not all certain just yet. if we look at the snow chart, as you can see, there's not much snow around for London at all. Maybe at the end we are seeing a little bit appearing, but nothing really. But if we go to Glasgow, look at all the spikes there. Even over the next couple of days, we could see a couple of spikes, and then we do really get the snow going as we continue through the month and into February. Okay, thanks everyone for tuning in to today's video, looking at the latest on the storm this week. That's going to be all for today's video. Thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.